All right, welcome to this edition of the Modern Man's video. It's toward the end of 2018, and I thought I'd finish it off with another uncorking of a new bottle. And today we have the E.H. Taylor Small Batch. And it's actually a bottle that I've wanted to try for a long time. It's actually a bottle that I purchased for a friend of mine, for my friend John, and I've never gotten to try it yet. So finally, I somehow stumbled upon it at Total Wine for about $35 and decided to buy it, and let's open and try it out. The things I've noticed about this, it's actually a very big sort of box. And inside it, the bottle is really big as well. Look how tall and heavy that is. Side by side, you can see how much taller it is compared to Nika. So it is very heavy duty, so if you buy this, make sure you have room on your shelf to store it. But I like the look of it. I think it looks really cool. It looks very old-fashioned. Has a picture of, Colonel E.H. Taylor on it. It is made by Buffalo Trace, so it's in one of the Buffalo Trace lines. And they make a lot of them, but this one in particular has won 2 awards in 2018, I believe it. Has won the 2018 silver medal at the New York International Spirits Competition, and it has won the 2018 gold medal at the Los Angeles International Spirits Competition. So good things about it. Have we made things good about it? We're about to find out. Has a very fragrant smell. It smells really good. It's not very overpowering in smell. It has a very caramel smell like. It reminds me of, when you're a kid and going to the carnival and the festival and you're getting those apple with the caramel sauce on top. The smell kind of reminds me of that. So it brings back a lot of childhood memories. But yeah, really decent smell. What's interesting about the Colonel E.H. Taylor Small Batch is that it's a bottle that a bond kind of marketing slapstick on it, but bottle and bond used to mean that it had to be kept in a government approved kind of warehouse, so that back in the days they had to make sure quality was there. So it was one of the things to ensure that you're getting good bourbon. This is a 100 proof whiskey. There's no age statement, but since it's a whiskey made in America, made in Kentucky, it has to be at least 4 years old. So we don't know the age, but minimum 4 years old. And this is actually the entry line of the Colonel E.H. Taylor whiskeys. They have a lot of them, and the cheapest and entry level. So we're about to try it, see what it tastes like. All right, I'm gonna do a first sip impression. I really like the color of this. It looks, what a great looking color. Oh wow, this is a very sweet bourbon. Has a scent of like a vanilla, super caramelly apple, sweet corn. It is super sweet, surprisingly. A little hint of honey in the back. Kind of finishes off nicely too. It doesn't have that, it starts off with full flavor, and it kind of mellows out as you go, as you kind of sip it through the back of the tongue. So it has a nice finish in that sense. This one reminds me of the Angel's Envy bourbon a little bit. It's similar in the sense where it has that sweet floral taste and fragrance. It's not as sweet as the Angel's Envy. The way when I was drinking this is it hits you in the beginning of your tongue with this kind of mass amount of flavor and sweetness, but it mellows out a little bit. It kind of finishes a nice softer approach. I think the Angel's Envy kind of starts sweet and kind of continues on a little bit sweeter. So that's sort of the difference. This kind of also reminds me of the Weller Special Reserve. And let me do a little taste side by side just to kind of remind myself of the flavor, but it has that sort of milk style bourbon to it. Like this one definitely has that sweeter sour profile. It's not as sweet and flavorful floral fragrancy as the Colonel H. Taylor. This one's a little bit more softer approach. So in the two, I actually like the more pow in your mouth kind of feeling that the Colonel E.H. Taylor small batch has. I'm gonna do it on a taste. Oh yeah, definitely has a bigger oomph in your mouth when you first sip it, but it slowly dissipates it toward the end, so that it kind of finishes nice. This would be great with a cigar, as I'm thinking about this. All right, so for my final thoughts, let me just do one more last sip. So the Colonel E.H. Taylor small batch lies around the same kind of style and same profile as a small Four's a small batch, and also the Angel's Envy. So if you guys like that kind of style, that sweetness, roundness, caramelly, vanilla, scented, honey-ish, this is a great recommendation. It's a good buy. I think it's worth it for the value of the bottle, which again, I got around $35 to $40. It also makes a very interesting bottle to look at. It looks very different from your normal average whiskey bottle. It stands tall and stands proud, courtesy of Colonel E.H. Taylor. So my recommendation is it's worth it. Comparing to my last review, which is the Balcony is True Blue 100 proof, I liked that one too, but I think this is a way worth it compared to that one. The price point of this one and similar layer and taste make this one even more worth it. So that concludes today's review. It's end of 2018, so I wish you guys a happy new year. Like, subscribe, throw in some comments, and see you next year.